Okay, welcome everyone. So it's Friday, that means Friday nights on Ion, and we had a full slate of games. So before I get going, you've reached Grandma Mo, and I'd like to ask you to hit that subscribe button if you can. We're trying to grow the channel to 500 subscribe and hit that 500 subscriber mark. Been going a month and a half or so, and appreciate it if you can do that. So on to the game. So 5 games, and this was the nightcap. What a game! Before the game started, just kind of looking ahead from yesterday, I thought that this was going to be a really tight game because they're both evenly matched teams. Seattle's been a little up and down lately, shooting percentage wise, and I thought that if they came out shooting badly, then the Sparks would win. The Sparks ended up winning, but Seattle played well and shot well. So it didn't end up coming down to that, but we go double OT. Double. That is competitiveness at its finest. And these types of games are so much fun to watch. And the Seattle announcer, that guy is he gets really into it, boy. He just is like he's just terrific. I can't remember his name, but he's been doing it for years when Sue Bird was playing, and but he gets so excited. But that's great. I mean, that is great for Seattle. So double overtime, the Sparks get the win, and they have now won 6 of 8. So they are vying for position to make it into the playoffs as this month goes on. We'll see how, the rest of the month goes. But Seattle has now lost, and they are now tied in the loss column with Indiana. They are now 16-12, and the Sparks are now 12-15. So things are really tightening up with this standings. It's getting, New York lost, and there's a number of teams that have between 11 and 13 losses. I think it's either 5 or 6. But it is just getting so tight for that middle of the, it's like Minnesota's up here and Connecticut, but Connecticut won today. So they're at the bottom, and then Dallas and Chicago are down there. But every other team, they're all right in that mix there. It's just crazy. I mean, but it's wonderful because the competitiveness, each of these games are really competitive. So by quarter, the Sparks went ahead to begin with in the first, 18-16, and then Seattle, for the next 2 quarters, got a lead, and they were looking pretty good. So outscored them 23-18 in the second, and then 27-23 in the third. But the Sparks were not going to be denied, and they outscored them 27-20 in the final quarter to tie it up. And there were multiple occasions where, down, in the last minute, each team had a chance to win the game, and neither of them could get it done. Or they both scored. So then we go to OT, and they tie again, 13-13. And then the Sparks in double overtime got one more hoop than Seattle did. And they get the win 108-106. Excuse me. So I'll look at the Sparks first. They had 4 players in double figures, and not just double figures, in the 20s. They were all over 20 points. So you had Rakea Jackson, 27 points. Great game for her. She was 0 for 5 from 3, but inside the key, she was terrific. 11 for 23 for 27 points. She did have 3 turnovers, but she also had 3 assists and 9 rebounds and a steal. Then we had Dearica Hamby had 21 points. She had a block, a steal, also 3 turnovers. So there were some turnovers in this game. But, you also have double overtime too. So the numbers are probably going to be higher than a regular game. She had 2 assists and 13 rebounds. So the double-double for Hamby. Azurá Stevens, she hit some key threes. 21 points also. She had 2 blocks, a steal, 2 turnovers, 5 assists, 5 rebounds, and she was 3 for 5 from 3. And she was 7 for 11 overall. So great shooting for Azurá Stevens. Just fantastic. Kelsey Plum, 22 points. She had 4 fouls. She had 4 turnovers, 7 assists, 4 rebounds. She didn't shoot well from 3. She hasn't really been shooting well from 3. She was 2 for 7, but she was 8 for 17 overall, 47%. So, good enough for her. Let's see. Then we had Cameron Brink. She's been getting some minutes now. She played 11 minutes. 7 points for her. She had 3 blocks. That is Cameron Brink's thing. Boy, she blocks a lot of shots. And she's just getting going. So if she gets her feet under her a little bit more, that's going to be more prevalent. She also had 2 steals, 2 turnovers, and 4 rebounds. She was 3 for 7 from the floor and 1 for 2 from 3. So she hit a 3-point shot. Ray Burrell, 2 points. She usually scores more than this, but she only took 3 shots. So she had a turnover and assist. She played 17 minutes, 2 rebounds. Julie Van Loo was in for 4 minutes, but she didn't score. She only took 1 shot. She only took 1 3. So points in the paint. I don't think I've ever seen a points in the paint number this big, but it was 60-50. The Sparks outscored Seattle for points in the paint. Fast break points, Sparks also doubled them up, 19-8. Seattle had a 10-point lead. That was their biggest lead. The Sparks, it was right in the beginning of the game and then the end. Turnovers, Sparks had 18 turnovers and Seattle had 12. But the points off turnovers, the Sparks ended up getting 20 points off those 12 turnovers, but the Seattle only got 18 off the 18 turnovers. So for Seattle, we also had 4 players in double figures. Nneka, what a game for Nneka. She had 37 points. She has been carrying them. Like on those bad shooting nights that Seattle has had, it hasn't been Nneka. Nneka has been playing fantastic. She also had 12 rebounds, 1 turnover, 4 assists. She was 7 for 9 from the foul line, 2 for 8 from 3, and she was 14 for 25, which is 56% from the floor. Gabby Williams, 14 points. She had 8 assists and 5 rebounds. She also had 5 steals. She leads the league. I know she was leading the league, but I'm pretty sure she still does in steals. So good job for Gabby. She was 5 for 12 overall, 41%. She was 2 for 4 from 3. Ezzy, 9 points. She also had 11 rebounds, 2 assists, 2 turnovers, a steal, and she had 5 blocks. That's what Ezzy's like. Ezzy is the Cam Brink of Seattle. They are both great shot blockers. Just fantastic. Erica Wheeler, she hit a key 3-point shot that in regulation that helped send this one to overtime. 15 points. She had 6 assists, 3 rebounds, 3 turnovers. She had a block. She was 1 for 7 from 3, but that one was a pretty key one. 5 for 14 overall. Skylar Diggins, decent game for Skylar. She shot well from 3. So 18 points. She had 6 assists. She had a rebound, 2 turnovers, 2 steals, and she was 4 for 7 from 3, which is a good percentage. That's 57%. But she was 7 for 20 from 2-point land. So that could have been better, which is 35%. Tiffany Mitchell had 2 points. Dominique Malonga had 6. She played 19 minutes. She was 2 for 7. Let's see. She had 8 rebounds, a turnover, and she also had 2 blocks. Lexi Brown got in there. She had 5 points. She was 2 for 3 from the floor, 1 for 2 from 3. So Seattle shot 42% as a team, and the Sparks shot 46%. They outshot them from 3-point range. They were 34%, and the the Sparks were only 26%, but it didn't seem to matter. They ended up getting the win. So rebounds, the Sparks had 46 rebounds and the Storm had 42. So that was fairly even. But great game. I mean, double overtime. You don't see that very often. But a great way to end a Friday night on Ion. So, boy, everything's tightening up. This is going to be a great month of August for the WNBA. Just can't wait to watch all these games. Okay, we'll see you next time.